Hello and welcome to Dad Got This, where we answer the tough questions like, why should you invest in a quality cutting board? And why did the cutting board apply for a job? That I can answer right now, because it wanted to carve out a career. Right up front, these boards are from a company called SONDER LA. They are a small business and they are a great company. They sent me these boards, I didn't have to pay for them, and I don't have to send them back. You factor that into however you believe or don't believe what I'm saying, whatever way you'd like. Me being a small business myself, I was super happy to support a small business like Sonder LA. And I've got two of their boards here. We're gonna start off with the Highland. While we open this up, we'll talk a little bit about why you should invest in a good cutting board. And they're not as expensive as you might think. Oh, come on, look how beautiful that is. This is the largest cutting board they make. It is 27 inches wide by 15 inches deep and 1.5 inches thick. This is the big boy. This board is made out of sustainably sourced teak. Here's like my main reasons for why you would want to invest in a good cutting board. You get a better cooking experience. By having a nice stable surface, you're gonna just cut better and cooking's gonna be more enjoyable. Also, you're going to extend the life of your knives. One of the biggest thing that damages knives is just cutting boards and how hard they are. By using a cutting board that is like glass or metal, you are just destroying the edge of your knife every time it hits the board. Meaning you are going to have to sharpen your knives more often, and the more often you sharpen your knives, the more metal you're taking off, which means your knives are not going to last as long. A quality cutting board is going to last longer than a cheap cutting board. These things are built to last. This is kind of like the thing you gift on to your child, like, here's Dad's cutting board, you know, kind of thing. These are made to last. They're not going to show wear as badly as a cheap cutting board, and they're just better. Boards made from quality woods have antibacterial properties built into the woods. They are way safer and cleaner and more hygienic than, say, plastic boards where the knives cut in, leave little grooves, bacteria gets caught in there, and it's hard to get out, or you got to stick them in the dishwasher, which always ends up warping your boards. I had a couple of plastic boards, and I can't even use them anymore because they're like this. It's terrible. And because of those natural antibacterial properties of wood, it's just a lot easier to clean and maintain and keep this a hygienic board. In the long run, it's actually cheaper to buy a high quality board than to buy a bunch of cheap cutting boards. I've bought a lot of cutting boards in my life. Now, the one that I still have is one that my mom gave me. It was made of natural wood and was a nice quality cutting board. Some of the ones I've bought, I've already had to get rid of and thrown out. And now is the time where I apologize to you. I kind of gave some bad advice. In my holiday gift guide, I recommended a bamboo cutting board from IKEA. It was 20 bucks. I had been using it for quite a while. It was pretty cheap and it worked well for me. It was a good size. However, in hindsight, it's probably not a great cutting board. It's already all scuffed up and cut up and has some issues with that. And bamboo is honestly not the greatest of woods for a cutting board. Bamboo is a hard wood. So yes, it's not plastic, yes, it's not metal, but it's an okay board. It's not gonna hurt your knives, it's not gonna be a problem, but it's not as good as getting a board like this, a quality cutting board. So I'm sorry that I recommended that board. All right, let's talk about the Highland board in general. This is a nice big board with a deep juice groove. Juice groove, that's what they're called. It's a weird word, juice groove. Sounds like a dance that kids would do. See the new juice groove? Sorry, I'm distracted. All right, with a nice juice groove. And this board is reversible. So if you don't want to use the side with the juice groove, you can use this side. Nice and clean and smooth. Both sides are absolutely fine for cutting on. So you can be like, I'm gonna only cut vegetables on this side. Meat will never touch this side. This is the side I'm gonna cut my meats on. A little separation there. It's got these little handles built into the side to make it nice and easy to carry. And like I said, this is from sustainably sourced teak. So it's a nice soft wood that's gonna last a while. Let's go check out the other board I have from them, the Bradberry. The Bradberry. The Bradberry's slightly smaller than its bigger guy, the old Highland over there. It is only 20 by 15 by 1.5. Weighs 10 pounds, still a little hefty. It is made from the same sustainable teak as the Highland, but it has a couple of other tricks up its sleeve. We still have our nice juice groove, sorry, and our handles on the sides, but when you flip it over, we got some compartments, built-in compartments. I don't have any boards that look like this. This is pretty cool to me. So now, let's say I'm cutting carrots, onions, and celery. I'm doing a little trinity. Carrots, push them here. Onions, push them here. Celery, push them here. Everything's separate. I love that. That's pretty cool. That's a neat feature I hadn't seen in a board before. And reversible. So like I said, you got this side, and you got your juice groove side. Let's get both our boards out here, and we'll talk a little bit about Sonder LA. Sonder was founded in 2017 in Los Angeles, so they're a relatively new company, and they focus on creating innovative, useful solutions that are affordable for cooks like you and me. One of their main focuses is functional and stylish designs. So they want it to work really well, but look really good. That's one thing about these. A lot of people are like, well, what do I do with my cutting boards? These are so beautiful, you could display them. You could literally get like a little shelf, or they make stands for them, and you put it on a stand and it sits out on your counters and it'll look beautiful. It's like, it's home decor and it's usable. I love that. And their customer service is top notch. 100% attention to detail. If you have any problems, you just go ahead and send them emails. You can call them. They're fantastic. I actually sent them a couple of emails asking some questions about boards for this video, and they got right back to me and were super helpful. These boards have natural oils in them, and those oils need to be kind of kept up. The oil you really want to use for this is a food grade mineral oil. You want to oil it about once a month, and that oily and wax buildup on the board is what helps repel juices, and it helps keeps its antibacterial properties in the board. One of the questions I reached out to them about was, okay, when I put raw meat on it, what is my procedure to get it food safe again after putting raw meat on it? And their answer was a lot simpler than I thought. No bleach, no special sprays, no nothing is needed. All you need is a soft scrub brush and some warm soapy water. Scrub it down really good. Set it out to air dry until it is completely dry. Never put away a wet or damp board in a cabinet. That is how you breed bacteria, you cause mold, you cause all kinds of problems. Don't do that. So let it completely air dry, and then that's it. Keep up with your oiling schedule, and your board is good to go. The properties of the wood will keep it antibacterial and keep it safe. This is the Highland. It came with this little disc. They send you this nice little card with really easy to follow instructions on how to care for these boards. When you first get them, give them a good wash with some soapy water, towel dry, and then set them upright to dry. You want to do that because you want both sides to dry evenly. If you just set it down on a counter, the underside is not going to dry. It's just going to sit there absorbing moisture. Don't do that. Get yourself a little something. I have this little thing that came with like a plate that we bought a long time ago for decor, and it's perfect for displaying boards and for standing them upright. So you stand it upright and let it dry. When it is fully dry, you're going to take it off, and they recommend either food grade mineral oil or beeswax for their boards. They also sell their own oils on their website if you're interested about that. I happen to have some food grade mineral oil, so that's what I'm going to go with. What you're going to do, just going to pour a little bit of the oil right there on the board. Get yourself a good kitchen towel and just kind of rub it into the board. Get it into all the little cracks and crevices. Do the sides, and then flip and repeat on the other side. This is not a hard procedure to help keep your board working well, lasting forever, and keep those antibacterial properties going. Same thing, and set it upright to dry. That's it. Now, once it's oiled, you want to stand it up like this and let it set for several hours to absorb, overnight if possible. That's the best way to maintain your board. You do that every couple weeks and your board will basically last a lifetime. And Sonder LA stands behind their product. In case Mother Nature has some other plans and something goes wrong where there's a defect in the wood or something like that, You get a 1-year warranty. You register on their website and they will replace your board if anything goes wrong from that standpoint. Now, if you drop your board or do something you're not supposed to do your board or don't maintain your board, that's not covered. Now you got to register on their website for that. Now, after all that, you're interested in picking up one of these beautiful boards. I'm going to throw a link down in the description to Sonder LA. Tell them Dad sent you. That's appreciated. That way they know, hey, that Dad guy, he did us a solid. And if you enjoy cooking and things like cooking reviews of gadgets and things like that, you like smoking, you like grilling, you like instant pots, you like any kind of stuff like that, bad dad jokes, consider subscribing and hitting the notification bell and leaving a comment. I answer just about every comment in my comment section. Love talking to you guys. And if you really want to support this channel, consider becoming a member. You get things like shout outs, producer credits at the end of the video. And if you want it to get really crazy and go top tier, Dad will send you a handwritten holiday card at the end of the year for whatever holiday you celebrate. Doesn't matter. I will sell it. If you are a Pastafarian and you have a holiday, I'll send you a Pastafarian card. I don't know where I'll find it. Maybe I'll have to make it. But I'll do it. I will. So after all that, there is only one question left to answer about cutting boards. Why did the cutting board go to therapy? Because it had too many deep cuts. Yeah. Dad may tell horrible dad jokes, review fantastic cutting boards, but one thing Dad will never do is an outro. So that's it. Bye.
This episode of Dad Got This was brought to you by our producers. Thank you very much.
And keep its brain completely broke there. And it helps keep its antimicrobacterial, that's not the word. And it kept, I'm freezing. And it helps keep its antibacterial, okay, I can't even use that. And their answer was very simple. They said, all you need to do is wash it with warm soapy water. The board and the wood has antibacterial properties. I've said that quite a few times. It's hard to say. You should be proud of me. And that helps keep everything safe. So all you need to do, warm soapy water, soft scrub brush, wash it down, and keep up with your oiling. That's it.